Golfers, it's Friday, so that means we're uploading a new video. In this video we are going to see how to stop digging the club in the ground when you play a chip shot. I'm going to demonstrate a shot, and what you will have to do is to try to spot the wrong aspects of the setup position. I encountered this issue in a few of the lessons that I had, and I thought this would be a really good video for you as well. So have a look at the shot, and then we're gonna speak about it a bit more. So that was the demonstration. You saw that I hit the ground a bit before the golf ball. There was not too much follow through as well. So I'm sure you were able to spot the problems for the setup position, but let's see exactly what was wrong and why it was wrong. I'm pretty sure you are aware that the problems that I created in that setup. Now let's see a bit more in depth why that setup helped me to chunk the ball and how to avoid that in the future. So when I took the setup position, the main thing is that my weight was way too much forward. So I had almost 90% of the weight on the front leg. What I would like you to do is to have only 60% of your weight on the front leg. In this way, the club can have a shallower approach and is gonna brush the grass for a longer period of time. When you have too much weight on the front leg, the swing is gonna become a bit steeper and the club is just gonna drop in the ground and is not gonna be able to slide so much on the grass. The second aspect that was wrong in that setup was about the hand position. So the hands followed the weight and they became too far forward as well. Now you see already the shaft is leaning towards the target. So in that way, I'm not exposing the bounce to allow the club to slide on the grass, but the leading edge actually gets closer to the grass. And that's gonna make it, if we touch the grass a bit, the leading edge is gonna make the club head dig even more into the grass. So those two issues created that chunk shot, that fat shot for a chip shot. So compare this setup to one that I have less weight on my lead leg, so let's say only 60%. And now I want you to have the shaft at the inside of the lead leg. In this way, we're gonna create a shot which is shallow and the club is just gonna brush the grass. It's gonna collect the ball and he's gonna throw it onto the green. Now, let's see how this shot is gonna work out. If he's gonna work out better, but I'm sure he's gonna do it better than the first one. So, take the setup, ball in the middle, slight weight forward. The handle is at the inside of my lead leg. And now let's see it, just rock the shoulders back and throw. And you can see now that I just brushed the grass nicely. There was no divot, the club didn't stop in the ground, it just brushed over like in a sand shot. Paying attention to your setup when you chip, it's a really crucial part. It can make the difference between a good shot and a bad shot. So if you have too much weight on the front leg and the handle is too far forward, then the club is gonna be encouraged to dig more into the ground, because as you can see, the leading edge, it's closer to the ground. Otherwise, if you have only 60% of your weight on the lead foot and the handle is at the inside of your lead thigh, then you're gonna expose more a bit of the bounce, and that's gonna help you to create a shallower angle of attack. And because the bounce works better, the club can actually slide for longer on the grass. So you have basically more time to hit a good shot. Now, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, share the video, and I will see you next week at the Solution Golf.